Alright guys, how you doing tonight? Tonight we're gonna look at issue number 1 of Secret Wars. The original Secret Wars from 1984 in the graphic novel trade paperback format. Alright. So all the heroes pop in that one um, construct that they all disappeared from. You can see Spider-Man's spidey sense is just going completely nuts. Everybody's taking a look around to get to their new environment to see what their new environment is, whatever. The heroes that can fly are flying, except for Thor. But you got Mr. Fantastic looking around. You got Captain Marvel. I always loved that Captain Marvel. She was so awesome. You got Hulk, who has the mind of Banner at this time. You have Iron Man and Human Torch flying around. You have the X-Men, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, 3 members of the Fantastic Four, because remember, Sue Richards was pregnant at this time, so she was not part of Secret Wars. Yeah. And they're introducing themselves to each other, because I really think this is the first time the Avengers and the X-Men and Fantastic Four and Spider-Man's worked with everybody in the Marvel Universe, let's just face it. And then they realize that there's another construct there with all the villains. Yay, you got Galactus, Doc Ock, Doctor Doom, Molecule Man, Kang, the Wrecking Crew, Absorbing Man, Ultron, Enchantress. There we go. But Magneto's with the heroes. Why is that? And Magneto explains that he is not a bad guy. He's doing what he thinks is right. He's not a murderer. He's not a slayer of innocence. He fights in defense of his own race. Then Professor X notices something, that the stars are starting to move. An entire galaxy is being destroyed. And it's gone. A planet is being constructed near a star. And it's the only star remaining from that entire galaxy. Doom is observing this from the villain's ship. And Doom is more concerned with what's going on there, obviously, than the minor skirmishes that some other villains are taking with each other. The bickering that's going on back and forth between the villains. Absorbing Man and Doc Ock's little argument is interrupted by Ultron, who starts telling people how powerful he is and stuff like that. Doom is trying to get a reaction out of Molecule Man to do something. Molecule Man says, I've given up being the Molecule Man. I'm just plain old Owen Reese. I don't even know what I'm doing here. He just wants to find a place to hide. And Doom is chastising Molecule Man for having power and not wielding it. The villains are fighting on the floor. Ultron, actually Molecule Man, causes Ultron to bump into Galactus, who shifts his eyes downwards at Ultron. Molecule Man is levitating Ultron up to the face of Galactus. And Galactus just merely motions and sucks the energy straight out of Ultron. Now, both ships, the hero ship and villain ship. See this rift open up, and from the rift they hear, "I am from beyond. Slay your enemies, and all you desire shall be yours. Nothing you dream of is impossible for me to accomplish." Galactus immediately takes off, and because he knows that he can take the hunger from Galactus. Now, Galactus shoots off to the rift in space. Doom takes off after Galactus because he has his force field and his jet belt. And he follows Galactus into the rift, but the energy is too much for Doom. And both Galactus and Doom get thrown out of the rift. Captain America says it best, they were swatted back like flies. Now, both the good guy, the hero ship, and the villain ship gets thrown to different parts of the planet. The heroes get teleported down to the surface of this planet. They're looking around to see what they can see. And they keep giving Magneto crap about being a murderer and a villain and stuff like that. And Hawkeye and Cyclops are kind of having a little argument there. Hawkeye grabs Cyclops. And Wolverine tells Hawkeye to let him go. Somebody says they're going to take care of Magneto. Magneto's like, "Oh, really?" And he just flings a chunk of rock. And everybody says that, "Hey, we gotta, get along to, you know, we gotta get along to go along." Magneto just says, to hell with this, and just flies off pretty much. They are proposing who could be a leader of this group of heroes. And of course, people want Captain America to be the leader. They propose Reed Richards and Professor X and stuff like that, but nope, Captain America. And they're debating on it and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Doom is still alive, of course, and he's at the smoking body of Galactus. No, honestly, he's smoking. Look, see right there? There we go. He's unconscious. Doom walks off, and he finds a fortress in the distance. Inside the fortress, the villains are already, exploring the fortress. And Doom doesn't really want the Beyonder's prize. He wants the power of the Beyonder himself. And the villains are kind of giving Doom some crap, which is a mistake. He destroys the Citadel, gets in one of the vehicles, and flies off. Kang the Conqueror is watching him, though. Kang the Conqueror is going to use a cannon to blow Doctor Doom out of the sky. The heroes hear it, and they're going to get ready for battle. They see a large chunk of debris that fell a few miles away. They're going to go check it out. The people that can fired up a windstorm to carry everybody along. Iron Man's carrying a rock that has Captain America, Hawkeye, She-Hulk on it. Wasp is right there. Kind of cool they even drew Wasp in there. Kind of neat. They see Doctor Doom. And Doctor Doom just decides to fire his power gauntlets at him. Then the villains are attacking. And that is it for issue 1. Pretty good startup issue for Secret Wars. We're going to look at the other issues as time goes on. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you for viewing.